We all rely on AI to be smart, safe, and helpful. But what if I told you that to make AI look good, the human trainers behind the curtain are suffering a major mental health crisis? Reports are flooding in about the people whose job is to look at the absolute worst content the internet has to offer, the trauma, the toxicity, the disturbing data. And they are breaking. They are experiencing severe burnout, PTSD, anxiety, and depression. Their struggle isn't just a corporate problem. It's a critical, high-stakes lesson for every single one of us about the true value of mental wealth. Today, we're looking at why the AI trainer crisis proves your mind is your most valuable asset. But if you look closely at these two concepts, you'll notice an obvious and telling difference right in the spelling. Mental health focuses on the H, often dealing with the hardships and hurdles we face. We're here to talk about mental wealth, which is all about the W, the intentional work we do to build lasting wellness. Defining the terms, checking the account. Let's clarify what each term actually means. Mental health refers to your current psychological and emotional state. It's an assessment of how you think, feel, and behave right now. Are you managing stress? Are you struggling with anxiety or depression? Think of mental health like your current financial statement. It checks if you're in the red with symptoms of distress or in the black, feeling stable and functional. The goal here is immediate and necessary, to manage symptoms and achieve a state of functional well-being. Mental wealth is a holistic, proactive approach. It's not about managing a problem. It's about actively building a reserve of resilience, self-awareness, character, and motivation. This is your long-term investment portfolio. You're intentionally depositing assets like emotional intelligence, purposeful living, and the ability to bounce back stronger from any challenge. The goal is to optimize your well-being, grow beyond your current level, and thrive. The core difference, maintenance versus investment. To see how they work together, imagine your mind as a house. Mental health is the maintenance. It's checking for leaks, repairing broken windows, and calling a professional when there's a major structural issue, like a foundation crack. It is essential for immediate safety and functionality. Mental wealth is the intentional investment. It's building the house on the strongest possible foundation, reinforcing the walls against future storms, and designing functional, beautiful spaces that bring you joy. When you have high mental wealth, you minimize the damage a storm can do and recover much faster because you already have the robust infrastructure in place. It's about building a life that minimizes the chances of those major crises and equips you to handle them when they do arise. Part 1, the job, the hazard, and the exploitation. So what exactly does an AI trainer do? They are the human filter. They're hired to review, label, and classify massive amounts of data, sometimes thousands of images, videos, or text entries per day. Why? To teach the AI what is ethical, what is harmful, and how to stay within boundaries. But this means they are forced to confront the digital darkness so that the rest of us don't have to. The hazard isn't physical, it's psychological. The exposure is compounded by deep exploitation. For example, a major Time magazine investigation by Billy Perrigo detailed the severe psychological consequences faced by content moderators working for AI companies. These workers, often based overseas, were paid just $1.32 to $2 an hour to review unimaginable graphic and violent material, leading directly to symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Their poverty-level pay ensures they cannot afford the professional help their job requires. Even worse, they are often forced to confront content that violates their deepest cultural, religious, or personal beliefs, viewing material directly against their will, all for a paycheck that doesn't even begin to cover the psychological damage. They are taking on the cognitive burden of the internet's worst side, leading to a profound erosion of their emotional stability. This isn't just stress, it's secondary trauma. Part 2, mental health debt versus mental wealth investment. This is where our discussion on mental wealth becomes crucial. The AI trainers are living proof of what happens when you accrue massive mental health debt. Their work environment demands they spend all their time in the red, constantly reacting to stress without the time or tools to process it. They have zero reserves. They haven't been given the resources to invest in their mental wealth assets. Things like emotional intelligence, strong coping mechanisms, or a purposeful daily routine to counteract the darkness. Their job actively depletes their mental capital every single day, and the poverty-level pay ensures they have no buffer. This illustrates that mental health is a constant maintenance battle, but without mental wealth, the strong foundation, the battle is impossible to win. Part 3, the universal lesson. Now, you might not be training a language model, but this lesson applies to you. We are all AI trainers now in a way. Every time you doom scroll, every time you engage in toxic comments, or every time you obsessively check the news, you are exposing your mind to similar data streams. The AI trainers show us the cost of neglecting proactive self-care. To protect your mind from the inevitable stresses of modern life, whether it's a demanding boss, financial strain, or simply the toxicity of social media, you must deliberately invest in your mental wealth. This means guarding your inputs, being highly selective about the data you consume, building boundaries, knowing when to log off, walk away, and disengage. Prioritizing physical assets, using sleep and exercise to heal the brain's stress response. Conclusion: the AI trainer crisis is a wake-up call. We need to demand that corporations take mental well-being seriously, but more importantly, we need to take personal responsibility for our own inner balance. Your mind is too valuable to be left unprotected. Start treating your mental wealth not as a luxury, but as the mandatory investment it is. If this video opened your eyes, please hit that like button and subscribe for more insights into thriving in the digital age. Let me know in the comments, what is one boundary you need to set this week to protect your mind? Thanks so much for watching. Now, take that first purposeful step. What's one thing you can do today to move forward?